Hey, Elder Geek Gamer here, and today I'd like to talk to you about the Biomutant Collectors Edition. This goes for around $120 if you can find one. And I just, rather than unbox it and go through the time it takes to unbox it all, I thought I'd just share with you my opinions on what's in the Collector's Edition and have it all unboxed for you, so we won't waste time doing that together. Let's talk about what's inside this and see if it's worth $120 to you and to me. So first of all, you get a regular game case with a regular game disc. It's nice graphics on the game disc, but there's nothing in the case. This is a real missed opportunity for me, and for the price point of $120, I think it needed to have a steel case. I'm not sure why they decided not to put it in there. They did put it in the Atomic Edition, which is $399, but they didn't put it here, and I think it should have been in this. You do get a nice collector's box, which is very sturdy, but it has the same graphic on the front and the same graphic on the back. And I like to use these boxes a lot of times as backgrounds for the figurines as I display them. So that only gives me one background to display it with, which is kind of a bummer. But, I'll take it. We'll come back to the figurine itself in just a minute. It does come with a CD, and at 68 years old, I don't use CDs. Do you use CDs? The only thing I can think of is if I like the soundtrack, I'll rip it to an MP3 and stream it from my iPhone to the house or to my automobile. I don't know if I'm going to like the soundtrack, so it's kind of an oddity to put a CD inside something like this nowadays, but what the heck. The other thing it comes with is a code for the mercenary class, which is really cool. So I'm looking forward to trying the mercenary class and all the different classes that come with the game. Then the other big thing it comes with is a very large fabric, they call it an art piece, I think. And that's huge, and it's really nice. But guess what? It's the same graphic that's on everything in the Collector's Edition. So again, a missed opportunity to not have some different graphics on these things. I guess it was simpler, and maybe they were able to keep their costs down by keeping the graphic the same. But I would have liked to have seen a different graphic used. Quality's good throughout the Collector's Edition, but I would have liked to have seen a different graphic used than that. So you get the game case and disc, you get the Collector's Edition box, you get the figurine, you get the CD, you get the mercenary code, and you get the fabric art piece. So let's talk a bit about the figurine itself, but before we do, a cautionary note about the figurine, should you buy one. First of all, everything nowadays comes in like this. It comes in a vacuum-formed piece of plastic like this to protect it during shipping, and that's great. But they also used a piece of plastic-coated wire to secure it, kind of like a twist tie, but a little bit stronger, at the waist and at the sword. So it's kind of a pain to get off. If you try to do it the regular way and grab the two ends and twist them, it doesn't really work. Just grab the nub and turn it to the left and it'll all come apart for you. So it's a lot easier. I've watched everybody that does these unboxings just struggle with that because of the way they put it together. No big deal. Where the big deal is I watched one poor guy who did a nice review on this, and as he was taking it out, he unfortunately put some pressure on the sword, and this broke off right here where the sword meets where the hilt meets the hand. And that was a bummer. I mean, he was really disappointed with that, and I felt for him as I watched him do it. So if you get one of these, give equal pressure to it as you take it out of this vacuum-formed plastic. I'd hate to see you break this. Other than that, the quality's pretty good. And to add insult to injury, the poor guy who did this also opened up his fabric artwork, and it looked like the cutter went crazy on the left-hand side, and it was all torn to shreds. And you talk about having a bad day when you spend $120 on a collector's edition. I hope he got compensated for that or got a new one shipped to him, because that's just not right. So let's talk about the actual figurine itself. First of all, it's a heck of a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, which really kind of surprised me. It's also kind of hefty. I saw one person kind of complain about the fact they felt the base was too big. Yeah, it's kind of big, but that's fine with me. As far as the paint job goes, it's kind of muted, which, that's okay, but I would like to see it pop a little bit more. But as far as the paint being where it belongs and no overspray, that's good. And I love the sword, and I love this effect on his arm and hand here. There's a part where you first start the game that I watched in a video where he sticks his hand into some polluted water, and his arm and hand turned that color, which was interesting. And then what's really cool I'm looking forward to using is this automaton, this grasshopper here. This grasshopper is an automaton that is your companion throughout the game. And you go to 4 different locations and interact with a character to get different abilities for your automaton. And one of them is a healing ability, so your grasshopper friend will heal you during rough combat. It also throws out a turret, so when things get really hectic, you get the turret out there for you. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, as far as the figure goes, I think it's pretty sweet. I like it. I'll really be looking forward to figuring out where I'm going to put it in my small room. But that's pretty cool. So overall, for the price, I'm not sure it's the best deal. The steel case would have made the difference for me, but I do like the character. Now, I've seen the reviews and watched a lot of different reviews on this, and they're turning out like 6 out of 10. I don't really care about the reviews. I mean, I've been looking forward for this game for a long time. I like the quirkiness of it. I like quirky things, and this looks to be right up my alley. All that matters is if you enjoy playing it. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If you have fun with this game, I'd like to hear about it, or if you don't like it, let me know why. I think there's too much pressure put on reviews and scores, and some people, there's a lot of games that I've liked that had middling scores that I really, really enjoyed and very memorable for me. So I'm hoping this is one of them too, because I haven't had a chance to play it yet because I'm busy doing this video. So next what we're going to do is we're going to compare this to my other collectible figurines, and let's see how it stacks up. So as I mentioned, I've got some other figurines in my game room, and I thought I'd get those here and put them all on the desk in front of me, and we could kind of compare them to the Biomutant Collectors Edition. So on the far right, I've got a monochromatic Cade from Destiny. It's a GameStop special. They were the only ones that sold it, and I had to have it because I play a lot of Destiny and I love Cade. So it's a good quality piece, and I've enjoyed having it next to my Destiny stuff. I also picked up the Stranger, which just came out, I think, about a year ago, and I really have enjoyed this piece, and I like to display that in my display area. Pretty heavy, high quality workmanship. I was trying to remember who made this, and did they, well, oh, Numbskull, designed by Numbskull, and of course Bungie's mark on it. So then of course we've talked about this, Sophitia or Sophitia, depending on how you want to say it, from Soul Calibur 6. This is really high quality. It's probably the highest quality one in my collection. So it's I love Soul Calibur games. I remember playing them on the Dreamcast and just having my socks knocked off. It was just such a fantastic looking game for that system. And then of course Master Chief. You know I'm a big Halo nut, and anytime I can get my hands on a good Master Chief statue, that's awesome. This particular figurine was part of the Halo Infinite bundle, and then when Halo Infinite didn't launch on time, they freed up the collector's figurine and released them to us, so I got that in my collection right now. So all in all, these are all great figurines. This is really, really a good one. I think it's worth it. Like I said, overall, at 120 bucks, I would like to have seen a steel case in the collector's edition, but very high quality figurine. So are the rest of these. I enjoy displaying them. I would love to hear what you think. But other than that, I just really appreciate you taking the time to check out my videos. If you like them, it'd be great if you give me a like or subscribe. It's a lot of work for me at my age to get videos out on a timely basis. I'm trying to reboot my channel and get going and at least have one a week. So hopefully I'll do better at that. I really appreciate you, and hope to see you come back, and we'll catch you up on the next video. Take care.